Evening, everybody. How are we? Welcome in. It's Wednesday tonight. We want the chair. The chair might make an appearance. Later on, Rogie. We'll see. We'll see how we get on. But at the minute you've got me, I'm afraid. So that's how it's going to be. Hope everyone's well, by the way. Welcome in, of course. We're back with the old British Steel Challenge. Banbridge Town in Northern Ireland. Second division. Not bottom. Who'd have thought? Not me, that's for certain. There we go. This is us then. So, as you can see, currently sat in seventh position. That's like proper decent, isn't it? You know what I mean? That's mid-table. It's mid-table. Look at this. Have a quick gander over there. Look at that. Second division hype. Damn right, Cass. Absolutely. Smug higher. Welcome in as well. Evening Ep16. Nice to see you. Raj, yours in as well, of course. But yeah, look at this. 4 wins, 4 draws, 5 defeats. Not bad. We'll take that. We're currently still, what? Still quite away. Martin Curran, appreciate the follow there. That's very kind. Thank you for that. We're still, 14 points off the title? We're only 7 points off the playoffs. There's a lot of football to be played. Because we're only 7 points away from relegation as well. But that's decent, right? That's decent. Is this the next division where you started? Yes, it is. It is Smokoya. We got promoted last year. This year, again, expected to be relegated, as we were last year as well. So we'll see how we get on. That looks positive though, right? That looks positive. We're coming into the festive period now as well. So 2nd November, we've just come off the back of a 1-1 draw against the team who are currently second in Ballyclare. Is it Ballyclare second or is it Ards? Ards, sorry. Yeah, Ards we drew 0-0 with Ards, which was great. Away from home as well, in front of 400 people. Then we drew 1-1 with Ballyclare, who are bottom, so yeah, we should have really won that one. But then we beat the Welders, beat top of the table Welders, 1-0. Absolute shithouse performance as well. Look at that, 5 shots, 2 on target, get in. They had 14 shots. We won. Look at that. Played off the park, really. If you look at the match momentum, absolutely, we weren't in it already. We had like a little sort of 10-15 minute spell in the second half, but yeah, backs to the wall job, to be honest. In terms of expectation for the season, as I say there, 200 to 1 to win the title. 200 to 1. Can't imagine that's going to improve greatly as the season goes on. But you never know. You never know, do you? I mean, imagine the scenes if something does happen. Like that would be Peterborough levels of excitement, wouldn't it? We did say that actually earlier on, saying, you know what, this feels like it could turn into Peterborough. It might. You just never know, do you? Now Cassidy's unfortunately starting to complain a little bit, which is understandable because he's not really getting as much game time as he'd like. So maybe I have to have a little think about this. Let's go for attacking corners as well there. Love those odds, the Mettle of Champions. Yeah, you could be right with that. You could be right. I mean, Cassidy, look, he's 25. Do you know what I mean? Like, he didn't get us any goals last season. He barely played last season in the third division. He did play well in the first season, though. I think we're gonna have to. I think we have to let him go. Sorry, Cass. I feel bad, but we've got better. We've got better strikers now. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's just another person just in the squad these days. So there we go. He's gone. 4th qualifying round of the Northern Irish Cup. All we need now is Ruben to rock up and with sort of being Posh 2.0. Hey, do you reckon where Ruben's actually in? Ruben Providence. I bet he's not. I bet we haven't got enough. He's on a free as well. Oh, he's out for 2 months with an Achilles tendon injury. He's coming in on trial. He's going in on trial. He's left Roma. Get the boy through. Get him through. I mean, Rogi, could you imagine? Could you imagine if this happens? Pour one out for Cass. Agreed. Could you imagine Ruben coming in though, man? That would be... Oh, he's rejected the offer. Let's ask his agent. Any idea? Doesn't want to join. Damn you, Ruben Providence. I'll get you next time. It's gonna have to be next time because it might not be until we get in the Northern Irish Premiership. That must be it. I mean, to go from Roma to second division in Northern Ireland, he's maybe thinking, you know what, if I hold out another season, then maybe they'll be in the top division. Then I'll come. Just be like, Roman, mate, in another lifetime you and me were best of friends. You don't make sense. You know what? I almost wore me the lads t-shirt. Ruben, Ricky, Louis, and Bobby. I almost wore that tonight. Maybe it was a sign. It was a sign. Didn't even think about the fact that potentially Ruben could be on his way, or even still in the game. But yeah, there it was. I mean, they're saying that Loughlin's the best left back we can get a hold of on loan from Crusaders. He is only 5'8". We did look at him. We had a quick look. He's better than Matthew Henry. Okay, maybe next season then we'll have a little look. If he's doing bits at Newry, isn't he? So he can't be that bad, to be honest. But yeah, how's everyone's Wednesday been? How's the week shaping up for people? Have you listened to the Football Manager show this week? I guess that's a big question we should probably ask. That came out this afternoon. I'm not sure if how many people have had a chance to listen to it yet, but if you have had a listen to it, let me know what you think. More importantly, let me know what you think about the challenge. Community challenge was announced, so we did it. We said we made it happen. I've had a load of job applications today. Fingers crossed something comes back. Yes, Rogi. Yes. Fingers crossed indeed for you. You'll get an offer. You'll get an offer. Why would people not want you? You know, getting Rogi in is awesome. Director of Football is going ham on loans at the moment since I'm minus 200 on wages. Cass. I mean, the thing is, right, we need something to slow you down a little bit because you're flying away with this. You're doing incredibly well. I'm super jealous. Oh, no. Sorry, jealous is the wrong word. I'm incredibly proud of what you're doing. Incredibly proud of what you're doing. I think it's going really well. Sorry to Rich Owens for leaving you, FM Show Challenge. It is a little bit that, isn't it? Yeah. But I'll be honest, Fred's dog, do we have any save recommendations? Yes, I do. Oh, we potentially have match sounds in my head, but whether or not we have them coming through into the stream, don't know. Can't even tell you how loud they are either. Do I have save recommendations? The save recommendation I would have for Fred's dog is... Oh, that's very loud. That's very loud, actually. Yeah, I would definitely recommend you get into the Discord and... Oh, and I would say... I wouldn't take that off just so we can do it. I would say come into the Discord and join the Sheffield Wednesday challenge from the Football Manager show. So plan is very, very simple indeed. It is, we're going to go from League One into the Championship, into the Premier League. And if you can do that in 3 seasons, signing only players from Yorkshire, you will win the gold standard stamp. You win the gold standard. You'll be a legend amongst normal people. If you do it if you're doing 5 seasons, signing whoever you want, that's what we call the silver standard. So that's pretty good. And then You can do it however way you want, really. To be honest, just take your time. That's what we call them bronze, accessible for all. So yeah, get that as well. See if I can tone that down a smidge. Soups, hit it over the top. I've got silver, excellent, Barton. In what sense? As in, have you already started it, or are you just not fussed about buying Yorkshire players, which is completely understandable, by the way. Definitely do that. If you're not keen on it, don't be like, yeah, I'll do the Yorkshire players. If you're going to do gold, by the way, as well, then before anyone starts asking, yes, your staff have to be from Yorkshire as well. So it's not going to be just like, oh, I'll just sign players from Yorkshire. Got to also have your staff from Yorkshire as well. So that's the way to do it. Oh, 1-0 down. That's not good. You got the Prem in 3 seasons. Okay, excellent. Well played. Well done for you then. John McGovern's scoring is not new. Is that right, Monk? Is he a talented player? Is he? To be fair, we're up against Newry. I'm expecting a decent game here, but young and great. Okay. Then we'll keep our eyes on him then. Well, not that it's going to make any difference for us at Banbridge, but maybe in the future at our next club, maybe we can have a look at him and be like, okay. Ball's headed away. Youngson back to Evans. So how did you find the Sheffield Wednesday one on Barton? Are you a Wednesday fan? I can't remember if you are or not, but thanks to say earlier, probably won't be hitting gold because I prefer to play with no transfer restrictions. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. As I say, do however you want. You know what I mean? Like, you can still, yeah, if you get to the Premier League in 3 seasons, it's still class, isn't it? Sharvin off the post. Lulu Booster evening. Did my sub register for you? I'm not sure. Kappa's just dropped a follow in there, so thank you for that, Kappa. I can have a little look. Croskery with a hit. It's not pinged through. Maybe you have to hit the. There should be like a little thing on your chat just above that you can just sort of like send the sub hype straight through. Don't know whether that maybe you hit that or not, but it'll show up. It'll show up, Lulu. I trust you. I trust you. And I appreciate the support as well. It's been a while now, so thank you as always. Croskery turns it back in. I'm a fan. That's my first save. Currently 6 seasons in. Nice. So who are the players to build the team around then? Who are the players to get rid of if that's what you're if that's your Wednesday, your team? Monk Boy, I would support one of the biggest rivals of Newry. Okay, so who's there you go, Lulu Booster there. It's come through now. See, appreciate the prime. Penalty. Good ball over the top, that, wasn't it? Who's the rivals of Newry, Monk? DJ. Get in. DJ with the goal. I was supposed to get my super motes done as well, wasn't I? Oh, your odds. Okay. We're learning a little bit about the Northern Irish League as we go through, to be honest. So Banbridge, obviously. So the whole thing with this save is the idea is that we're hopefully going to try and win every trophy that's available in England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. So we started unemployed. We started with no experience, no badges, nothing like that. We just applied for whatever jobs were available. We got offered Banbridge, and we got offered Swansea Uni, and Ibiza. Of course, is also the other repatriation, colonialised Northern Ireland. It's million cups. It is, isn't it? There's like a cup for every street or something. Dethroning Linfield will be hard. Oh, 100%. The whole thing's going to be difficult. Like, to be fair, we don't have to win it with Banbridge, because of course we couldn't then win the Welsh League with Banbridge. So we took Banbridge because we thought that was a nicer journey than Swansea met Uni. And to be fair, I'm quite enjoying it. I'm quite enjoying the Northern Irish League. I've never played here before. The standard of football's what I expect roughly from my sorts of saves. Some of the players have been in the stream, which is pretty cool. So yeah, we're just having a bit of fun with it, to be honest. But the difficult thing is going to be, so this is 3 seasons in. Oh, right. Clip this. Let's look at this. Everybody misses it. Oof. In it goes. Yeah, no, we've got no budget at all, Monk. Literally, we've got 800 quid wage budget, which we've pretty much spent now. So we're going to rely on loans. We've got a link up with Cliftonville, so we're hoping that's going to be quite handy in the future. But ultimately, with 3 seasons in now, so I'm kind of not expecting to win anything this season. We've won two already, so we got promoted from Division 3, so that counts as a trophy. And we won the McCombs Coach Travel Intermediate Cup, which we've won that, the big one. So we've done that. So we've already been knocked out in the Middlester Cup. I think Northern Irish Cup qualifiers we've got to do as well. So maybe I'll write off this season for trophies, potentially. If we can sneak a promotion, that'll be amazing. If we get anything this season, it'll be amazing. But of course, the problem is that if we don't get anything this season, we've then got to start thinking, right, that'll be 4 years in, ball's knocked through for Sharp, and he needs to chase that, doesn't he? That'll then be 4 years in with Banbridge, and it's like, you're then going to have to start looking there and being like, do we stay with Banbridge, or do we have a look for someone else who can maybe be the team that we can sort of push on to? Like, all these things we need to start thinking about. So you say there, dislodging Linfield's going to be difficult. Yeah, but you know what? Maybe we just get the Linfield job. That's probably easier, right? But I mean, if we can go all the way up Banbridge, then that'd be incredible. There'd be much. Obviously, that's the preferred way of doing it. But there's so many different ways to tell these stories, I guess. Good tackle, get the ball cleared. Right, so let's make a change here. Is there a badge or experience of the challenge, Freds? What, in terms of the Sheffield Wednesday one, or in terms of this one? For Sheffield Wednesday, the badge is appropriate to the league, so just make yourself appropriate badges. We should probably mention that actually on the podcast. So appropriate badges for the league, and then for this one, for this actual challenge itself, we've started with 0 experience and 0 badges. So nothing, no experience whatsoever. We're learning as we go, and that's what makes the challenge that little bit harder again. So yeah, it should be, I think, both saves should be fun, to be honest. I've got a little bit of Sunderland still left to do. I need to do a bit more of that offline. Villa's kind of like just trudging on in the background. Lost interest with that fairly quickly, I'll be honest. But I'm sort of, it's one of those things, like I'm sort of trying to prove a point with the save, and I don't really want to just sim through, because I think that's like cheating and boring basically. But I might have to finish the first season and then be like, oh, here's my rebuild of Aston Villa that I don't play any part of. So I might just do that just to get it off my desk. Sunderland I'm enjoying though. I'm enjoying playing that still. And then as I say, this is obviously our main save here. There is a podcast barn. There is. The podcast is the Football Manager Show by The Athletic. Released every single Wednesday, myself and RDF Tactics. Get our Football Manager chat on. This week we had Andrew James from Sports Interactive on, talking about youth development and how to help nurture those wonder kids and how to get the best from youth setups. So it was really, really good conversation. Then of course we did Search for a Star, and then we announced the community challenge. So yeah, good episode this one. Plenty of stuff in it. Doing a rebuild back to like the director of football instead of a manager will be a fun take. Yeah, so I think with that, essentially, Ricky, welcome in, Ricky. Appreciate the sub. 14 months in. Did you, you might, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but if you've listened to the Football Manager Show, Ricky, we read out one of your letters, one of your tweets this week, so hope life's treating you good, buddy. Nice to have you back in. Look at that, 2-1 win over Newry. Yes, everyone. Yes, everyone. You should look for youngsters. Well, exactly. That's the plan. The plan is trying to get young players in. We've sort of mixed it up a little bit. I think we've signed maybe one player who's we class as experienced. So Jack Sharvin's come in at 25. So that's like, you know, elder statesman territory. Morgan Gore's come in from Wales. He's 24. We could scout Ross Hunter. From Ards, 22 years old, £160 a week. Oof. Jesus. We'll get the scouts on him, but it's going to be £210 from the scouting budget as well. My word. This guy had better be like prime R9 Ronaldo if we're going to be paying that kind of money for him. So Lough41, who was the guy that scored the goal against us, by the way? Because you were saying he's going to be quite decent. Was it McGovern? Did McGovern score against us? Yes, he did, didn't he? 130 quid a week. See, Scouts, Jimmy, how are we? How are we back? Better. Sorry, not been up too much. No. You haven't missed anything per se, and we also are not at a new club yet. We're still at Banbridge, but we're in the second division still. So we're hanging in there. Actually, we're not even hanging in there. We're doing brilliantly. Look at this. 7th. If we win again, evening Muradakana, welcome in. We could potentially move up to 6th. Nobody predicted that. Nobody would have predicted that at all. Can't wait for us to play at Ards. I mean, hey, I've noticed the morale is low. We should be good at it, lift everyone's spirits. I mean, I understand that it probably is low because, you know, we've not lost in 5 games. I get the fact that everyone's probably really upset. You get £101 for winning this league. Has Bangor moved up? Bangor have moved up. Yes, we've been promoted into the Northern Irish Championship. See, I don't want to say we're pleased with how we're doing because that'll piss everyone off, won't it? No, that's fine. They're happy with that. Good. Obviously, the thing is, we don't want to particularly move teams unless we have to. So, as I say, there will be a moment when it's like, right, now is the time to move on because we have to sort of like get the players like over the line, you know, get those cups. But at this point, we just keep going, I think. Of course, Deli Bashiru, we had him at Peterborough. He was decent at one point, but then I don't know, I think the longer we went on, he probably wasn't the right player for us long term, I suppose. You're one of the most popular people to do Northern Ireland save. I think so. The thing is, like, there's a lot of people doing Banbridge at the minute because obviously they're available at the start of the season. Granted, you know, with obviously what went on with regards to the manager, who, you know, of course, is like, that's shit, to be honest, that the club had to go through that. But again, that's been quite decent when we've sort of had players come in to the stream and sort of like have a chat with us and sort of like explain the situation with the club and how the manager was with people around the area as well. So it was it was good to know that, you know, he was loved and he was respected. So we're trying to do our best in that sense. It just added some extra to the save. You know what I mean? Like, we had no connection to Banbridge when we started. It was just like, okay, let's take Banbridge because that's an option. And you know, now we've had a bit of interaction with people, and it's just like, yeah, you know what, this is pretty good. Like, I think we'd all like to get promoted and go into the Irish Premiership with Banbridge. But at the end of the day, we're also aware that we've got trophies we need to win, and there's 33 trophies in total. So we've sort of set ourselves an expectation of 50 seasons to try and get it done. If that works, great. If it doesn't work, then never mind. We try it again next year. But there's always that thing of, you know, we could potentially end up doing a Build a Nation Northern Ireland, but that's maybe next year. But yeah, it's fun. Have we obliterated Knock Breeder? Don't think we've played them yet. Not yet. Did they get relegated? They got relegated. Yeah, we haven't played them yet. 50 seasons, there is a Zimmer frame for virtual TJ by the end of it, or the chair will be fully promoted. I think the chair will be in charge by 50 seasons. I'm not saying that we'll be anywhere near it, but you know, even still, I think 50 seasons is like, it's a long time. I don't know whether we'd actually physically get it done in stream, because that's like a season a week, and you know what I mean. It's like, can we do that? I don't know. Even Tomo, how are you, buddy? Clash of the Titans tonight. Goodyear versus Jameson. Twitch Wars. Is that what it is? Is that cheeky scamp going up against us? Is he? No, bless him. We love Dave Goodyear. Jameson all the way. Hey, you know what? If you do want to do this, though, by the way, everyone, Goodyear is a good friend of ours. We love him to pieces. So give Dave Goodyear a follow, actually, as well. He's a good dude, and when I'm not on and he's on, go and watch him. On Saturday, there's a match with 5 goals and 3 red cards. Really? Is that the Knock Breeder game? Nice. Let's put goal on the bench for Kaka. Wednesday Night Wars. Yeah. You know what? You know who the new owner of Dave Goodyear is? Me. I bought Dave Goodyear. I brought him into this world. I can take him out of this world as well. Tony, you can't buy people. Oh, okay. But like, did they though? Did they? I mean, like, in a way, right? This is why Rogi's here. Rogi's might like, no, you can't say that. You definitely can't say that, Tony. That's not a thing we do anymore. So, yeah. Okay, fair enough. We'll play by, the rules. So up against Dirk View. Unbeaten in 5. Title winning form at this point. Dirk View. They've won 3, drawn 1. Loving the save already. Yes, Monk. Get that follow in then. Come and join us on the journey. We stream Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. Sometimes we do Sundays as well. In fact, to be honest, the last couple of weeks we've done lots. I need to actually get season 2 highlights edited as well. Monk 2, appreciate the follow. Very kind. You easily convinced there, weren't you? Like, get a follow. All right, fair enough. I'll press the button. Yeah. That's the thing. I think it's good. Like, it is a. I've seen more people streaming Northern Ireland football this season because of the fact that Banbridge are available at the start of the season than I've seen in the last couple of seasons, to be honest, on Twitch. So they keep going ahead that there. Interesting take from the keeper. That's right. Stand him up, halfpenny. Don't go throwing that leg out. Nice header by Murphy. DJ picks it up. Also as well, by the way, you might have spotted Monk. We've got a striker called DJ Pedro. We knew nothing about him. Assistant manager recommended him. Said, "I'll get this guy called DJ Pedro." And we were like, yeah, that's exactly what we should do. Yeah, we're trying to get people, if you're taking part in the Wednesday challenge, Freds, jump in the Discord, post up how are you getting on with it. Obviously there's a community challenge thread in there, so yeah, let us know how you're getting on. If anyone else wants to fancy trying it as well, come and join us, come and hang out. I think it's a nice little place we go over there. We talk about Football Manager, we talk about football. We don't really talk about the World Cup, which is pretty good. Good managed to get a bunch of people who aren't World Cup mad, or have sort of went, we're all just, no, we're not doing this one. Like, maybe the next one, right? There's a little section where we talk about coffee, which is quite nice. Cookery, baking, parenting, all the stuff. Oh, what a strike that is. What a strike. The players who've come through the youth academy count as Yorkshire. So yes, so anyone that you physically sign, Rogie. So like, youth players will just be youth players at the end of the day. Like, we're not going to put a cap on like, oh no, that academy graduate's come from Armenia, so you can't have him, right? You know, that's fine. But if you're trying to sign a player, you can't be like, oh yeah, I bought this lad from Portugal. Oh yeah, which part of Yorkshire's Portugal in? West Yorkshire? Like, nah, it's not, right? Because if you do that, then you're not doing the Yorkshire born and bred angle of it, which is totally fine. It's totally fine, you know. Oh, you've got a coffee calendar, nice. You know, I thought about that, Tom. Actually, I was like, should I get one? But I'm not massively Christmassy, and I haven't really got around to doing that. But where did you get yours from? Send me a link as to where I should be looking for. I might get one ordered up. Might slow down the British Steel Challenge for you and do the Discord challenge instead. Oh, hey, Cash, don't go slowing down on my behalf. You're absolutely crushing it. Like, push on and get those titles under your belt. You know, it's me that needs to catch up, not the other way around. Plus, I've now got the Sheffield Wednesday challenge to do as well, so give myself extra work to do. I should have really said the community challenge was like, I'm going to do British Steel for the community challenge. Yeah, good luck, everyone. This is going to be fun. I can let you into a secret now as well. Now it's all sort of like done and dusted. Can I be friends with Mrs. Tom? That says like, yeah, you definitely need to get a pork scratchings calendar, don't we, Mrs. J? Should we get one sorted? Should we go and buy one? Yeah. So the thing is, the original plan for the community challenge was Oldham. It wasn't Sheffield Wednesday. It was Oldham, and I was like, let's do Oldham. That'll be fun. And it was fun for about 2 meetings until people sort of went, is it a bit difficult? Are people who are not that bothered about Football Manager going to be that arsed about trying to like grind all the way from like non-league? And I was like, yeah, okay, that's a fair point. So yeah, so we basically took Oldham off the table. And at that point I was then like, right, what else is a decent challenge? Who else is like a reasonable club that's got a bit of sway, could potentially be interesting to manage? If you get a takeover, could be really helpful as well. Because again, they're in a position with finances where it's like, well, maybe there could be a takeover on the table. And then again, it was just trying to find a bit of an angle for it, which again, you don't need to do, but some people love a bit of an angle, a bit of a twist. Bit of a sort of choose your own adventure style thing, isn't it, really? Evans offside. Okay, so 1-0 down. Still not really showing any signs of improving either. So let's put soup on. Sharvin's not playing particularly well, to be honest, so we could even bring Charlotte off and put Purrington on. Let's do that. You got to take over season 2 and 4. 2 and 4. Oof. You mean business, right? Campbell, Purrington. Keane was flying in. He did the, is that the Oldham save he did, Monk? Is that the 2 games in, got bored? That's the thing, like, you know, it's got to be sort of like accessible for people. That's the problem, like, and sort of forgetting that just because that's how I play the game doesn't necessarily mean that everyone else plays the game. In fact, most people don't. Soup! What a goal. What a goal that is. I needed me super motes. I've not done my super motes yet. What a ball from King though. Great finish from Soup. Do we have match sounds coming through on the stream, by the way? As I say, I can hear them in my head, but I don't know whether they're transferring into the stream or not. Oh, hang on, here's Purrington. And go! What a comeback. What a comeback. Still nothing coming through. Okay. That's bizarre. Oh yeah, we got the vibes around here, haven't we, Lulu? Go with the finish. We're up to 6th. Oof. We're up to 6th. Look at that XG's off the chart at this point. Purrington, Henry. Looks the ball in. Oh. Boo. Close. So close. I mean, have they gone too early? No, they haven't. He's come from deep anyway. Good header. Really good header. Dergby have paid off the refs. Yeah, totally. Qatari backers, haven't they? Oh yeah, now he's gone offside flag. Now there's an offside flag. Dirge. Ah, okay. Dirge. Dirge. I'm learning, Tom. I'm learning. I'm certainly trying, right? Speaking of things that we learned, it's a year since we agreed the contract with Odds. A year. Who'd have thought? 1 year's worth of daft Norwegian esports management. 6 unbeaten. Also, as well, if you haven't seen it, by the way, this is the job interview that we did for them. With the club and Norwegian media. Yes, Dean, welcome in. Mid-table, mate. You know what? Mid-table in the Championship as well. Not even mid-table in Division 3. We came up through Division 3. Now it's like, right, we're expected to be here and not even with that many points. All of a sudden, I mean, I can't believe we're only 10 points clear. Do you know what I mean? That seems really ridiculous. We've gone 6 games unbeaten and we're only 10 points clear of relegation. But we're only 7 points away from the playoffs. 7 points away from the playoffs. Oof. Potentially, I mean, it's, you know what I mean? Like, we would never have thought to be that close to the playoffs in November. We were expecting to be cut well adrift. Here we are. Solid promotion, first visit, same time, mate. Don't worry, don't. Never apologise, Dean. You know that. You got a lot on your plate right now, so it's always nice to have you in. So Dundallar away, then Leola Park. So playing teams who, it sounds strange to say, playing teams who are below us in the league. How strange does that sound? It's always close to go from first to 12th in a few months. Yeah, I mean, I get the impression that that's how the league's going to be, but matches postponed. Actually, that works handy because we get a bit of extra rest in. So that's fine. Waterlogged pitch. Thank you, Northern Ireland weather. That works well for us. I would expect that it would be like everyone just chips points off each other, but I wasn't expecting us to be here at this point. Like, I was expecting this to be our thing. Like, I know there's still a lot of football to go, and it might well still be that, but for now, I'm like, you know what? This is working out all right for us so far. This is going good. We don't have to look at other jobs just yet. We can keep doing what we're doing. Odds won. Oh, they've got on top of the table as well. Look at that. Just Yaz, only ways up. Okay. They're in our sights. They're in our sights. What was our result against them? Drew 0-0. Away from home. Play them in a few weeks. Christmas period. Got to come to Crystal Park. So we'll see how they get on. Oh, it's the feel-good story. Let's see how it unfolds, shall we? How's the relationship with Odd still going strong? Are you future endeavoured? To be honest, we've not really had much of a conversation for a while, but we are still in contact, if that makes sense. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're not in as much contact as we used to be, but yeah, we still like some messages going back and forth. So oops, clock microphone there, so that. So yeah, no, definitely not future endeavoured at this point. Or at least I hope not. I've not been told. I've not been told. One way to find out, right? We play odds on your birthday. I mean, that would be. There's a blessing and a curse in that, isn't there, really? Because like, there's part of me going, I hope we win. I really hope we win, just because I want us to win the game. But there's also part of me going, I really don't want to ruin your birthday, even in a virtual setting. I don't really want to. I don't want to be the guy who's like, yeah. So I started following Jameson's stream, and what happened was he ruined my birthday for me. I don't want that. I don't want that. That's not nice for anybody. You know, like, doesn't seem fair, does it? Tell you what, let's credit these people. DJ is going to come off and put soup on. Press and forward and defend. Gore can go up front. P45 is signed, sealed near the post. There's a postal strike. There is a postal strike, Tomo. You're right. That's the thing. Maybe I turn up to. Maybe I should sort of like turn up to the training ground and be like, hey guys, what's happening there? And they'll all be like, he doesn't know, does he? He doesn't know. Like, why is he here? Evening, mad scientist. How are you, buddy? Welcome in. And of course, Joel from Stoke as well. Nice to see you, Joel. Hope life is good. Appreciate you coming in. TJ living in fear now. Yeah, I'm just gonna make a call, guys. Like, nothing major, but like, if I start speaking in Norwegian, don't worry too much, right? How are you, Joel? Are you good? Appreciate the t-shirt. Look at that. If you can't see it, There you go. Bit of an old 90s Italian t-shirt on the go there. Obviously, because Italian football's always fun, and nothing bad happens in Italian football. Evening, Andrew. How are you? Big salute to yourself as well, sir. Hope you're well. Hope life is treating you good stateside. Yeah, I mean, let's face it, the whole Juve thing, it's not like, it's not come as a surprise. It's all just been a case of, okay. They're going to do this. We're going to do this again, are we? Okay, fine. Like, Italian football, just doing Italian football things. Like one day they'll just be like, you know what? Let's just do things nicely and properly. When that day is, I've got no idea. I don't think anybody knows either. But offside, I think, from what they're talking about, it seems very much like it's going to go the way of when they got relegated last time. But the question is going to be, are they going to get relegated to Serie B, or are they going to get relegated to Serie D, which is a possibility as well, and there could be the new Palermo. Campionato. Is that? Yeah, Gazzetta. The old, the Gazzetta, it's the greatest intro to any TV programme ever. Like, do you know what I mean? You can't feel sad when the Gazzetta Football Italia thing's coming on, so. Oh, what a strike that is. What a strike that is. I mean, what's this as a celebration, mind? Great ball up over the top. One defender misses it and one defender just doesn't quite get tight. It's good running, to be honest, by the striker. And a hell of a finish. Juve board going full Infantino. Today I feel fired. Today I feel money laundering. Maybe. Today I feel Italian football. But as I say, none of it is a surprise. That's the problem. No one's sitting there going, well, we did not expect that from Italy. We're all sat there going, yep, sounds about right. And again, not even like, what, Juve? Really? What, Juve? No, Juve can't. Just like, it's all just like, yeah, it's happening again. Surprise, surprise. Today I feel Italian football, new merchant. That's a good. We could do that, couldn't we? That's not a bad one actually, Tomo. Soup hits her over the top. Italian bank with sadness in their eyes. It's not got that far enough, has he? Okay, so we need to come out in the second half, do a bit better. I think we can do better. I think we can certainly give more of ourselves. Let's put Parenton out there. I'm going to bring McGavitt off. I'm going to go for the 3. What's my biggest FM defeat? That's a good question, actually. I'm not sure. There's been several. There's definitely been several. On this save, I'm not sure. But yeah, throughout my FM career, many. Score-wise or bottle job-wise. I mean, Aberdeen was probably my biggest defeat, really. That defeated me. Sunderland on stream defeated me as well. Arsenal defeated me. I don't know what our biggest defeat on stream was. Did we lose? I lost 7-0 in draft before. That was pretty embarrassing. In fact, very embarrassing. Good ball at the back post. How's he missed that? Pretty much being beaten with my own tactic as well, which was sort of doubly frustrating. But yeah, in game, I'm not sure. We've probably had like a couple of sixes or something. James, critics are famous for saying you can't draft. How do you intend to answer these critics? Well, I mean, I'm just going to sit in the top 15. Am I in the top 15 or am I in the top 10 now? I think I'm still in the top 15. Soup cuts it back. Oh! Okay. Goal's found his feet now. Three up top, mate. It's starting to work. Decent run off the ball. Nice for DJ just to leave it as well, but I'm not getting involved, lads. Goal's got this one. Goal the tap-in merchant. Hey, you know what? If he scores me 10 tap-ins, he scores me 10 tap-ins. I'll take that. He's justified his price tag at that point. And by price tag, I mean his weekly wage. Because he's actually getting paid, unlike some of the other players in the team who are still on amateur contracts. He's one of the high rollers. Right? He's got a car on finance. Other players are just like, I paid 500 quid cash. Would Purrington over the top. Tap-in merchants are underrated in commodities in football. I think they are. I think everyone wants like people to run off the ball, like get into the channels and cover distance. But at the end of the day, as cliche as it sounds, goals win games. Like, do you know what I mean? It's a thing, innit? Goals win games. You need someone just to be in the box getting goals. Oh, DJ. So close to being that guy. Like Andy Cole, for example, would still score a bagload of goals in the modern era. Very difficult to win if you don't score. Michael Owen, yeah, exactly. He's a man who said, there's two ways a game can go. You can win it, lose it, or you can draw it. So he is a man who knows. But I mean, Michael Owen, perfect example of someone who could, finish in the box. Once he lost his pace, it was just like, right, stick him in the penalty area, wait for the ball to fall to him. Gary Lineker, of course, being the probably most famous one. But yeah, you need your 6-yard finishers. I'll take 1-1 in that match. Where's my other part? Just below us. So look, we showed character to get back into that game. Mark Viduka was amazing. I think there was more to Mark Viduka's game than just tap-ins, though, wasn't there, Joel? He was a big lad. Technically very good as well. Probably had more pace than people gave him credit for. I think when he was at Leeds, there was matches where he was unplayable. And I'm sure Rogue will be able to confirm. He did play for Celtic, didn't he? He was good at Celtic. Powerful guff. How am I finding it starting so low down? Fine, to be honest. Like we quite enjoy it. This is very much our stratosphere, the lower leagues. It's probably a little bit lower than we used to start him, but we did do Indonesia last year, so that was sort of like has helped make this a bit of an easier transition because we're not getting surprised by players who are like sort of, oh, strength 2. We're like, oh, okay, that's about right. That's about right. It works as well with the match engine, the whole sort of idea of chaos ball. So again, not massively concerned at starting solo down. So what about yourself? Where are you managing? Are you currently in the higher echelons, or are you down in the doldrums with us here? Parrington 17 looks 45. Yeah, he's again just signed because of his name, Donovan Parrington. Like, you've got to sign this guy, right? Surely. They said, look at that, 3 stars, 4-star potential. They're saying stick him on the wing. He could do it. Absolutely do it. Can play on the left as well. Let's give him a bit of training there, actually. Birmingham took them up first season, finished 10th in the Premier League, slow build to the financial issues. Nice. Good work. That's a tough one to take, actually, Birmingham. There's quite a lot. Yeah, those finances are going to be tough for a while unless you get bought out pretty quickly, I'd imagine. But that's a good one. It's a good one. What do you think of Asprilla from Newcastle? Asprilla was brilliant. Asprilla was fantastic. Ask if the mad scientist is still in. Asprilla is one of his favourite players. So he was a fantastic player. Was he the right player at that time? Maybe not. I mean, you just have. You just have. Does this league split into 2 as well? That's a good question, Bado. That's a very good question. So I need to explain that to us. Yes, Championship group and relegation group. We're not falling for that again last time. Like last time. 5 more games again. Okay, that's fine. We can do 5 more games. What shirt is behind us? That one there, the white one. That one is the FC United against suicide shirt. So it's a Scottish charity. Let's see if is that the link, is it? Is it United maybe? There you go, yeah. Yeah, FC United to Prevent Suicide shirt. It's a Scottish charity to raise awareness in regards to, of course, men particularly in Scotland committing suicide. So we saw them, like loads of like sort of celebrities and stuff and like comedians that were getting involved in the and footballers were getting involved in sort of helping promote it. So I thought, you know what, let's see if we can get a hold of one. So they released them. I was like, right, let's buy one. So I bought that. So that sits in the stream all the time. Just a nice sort of little because we talk a lot about mental health like on the stream and like on the old FMT podcasts and like in the Discord and stuff. So definitely a thing we thought, you know what, let's hang that there. That's always going to be a little reminder, which is going to be quite cool. And then the black one in the middle is the Odds Ball Club shirt, number 80, Jameson, of course. So that's my away shirt. The white shirt's all got signatures all over it. And the blue one that's next to it is Peterborough from FM21. So we need to we'll see whether we get something from FM23 this year. We'll see. Decent chance again, championship group by the looks of it. It might be, you know. I'm not going to get too carried away just yet, Barrow, but it's looking positive, isn't it? It is looking positive. We just have to just try and keep nudging our way there, you know what I mean? Getting us listening to some old FMTs at random times during work today. Leading episode was one made me think about where my head's at. You know what? That's good, man. Get us. That's really good. Again, especially as we just said before, men talking about their own mental health. It's not a thing that people do. It's improving, obviously. It is improving. But I think it's not it's not stereotypical to say that. I think men tend to bottle stuff up a little bit. Fred Starr, appreciate the follow. Very kind, thank you. But I think that if we can be a bit more open about how we're feeling and how we're getting on, then I think that's a positive thing, right? Fred Starr, how are we? We're very well. Very well, thank you. Very well. In fact, if we give you the full breakdown, we're talking there about the old mental health and that. I don't know if people, well, some of you will know. But yeah, we started an old therapy train. So actual Football Manager, proper therapy. So yeah, gone in there, figured try and get a few bits and pieces sorted myself. So it was one of those things of like, practicing what you preach. And yeah, it's just good to sort of like try and address a few things and sort of be, you know what, let's just try and work some shit out. So yeah, good. Things are definitely on the mend, I think. Even Dan, how are you, buddy? Welcome in. Have I seen the Work Spaces Guernsey save? Not yet. I haven't seen much content this last couple of weeks, actually, to be honest. So I've just been getting some bits and pieces done myself, so I need to go back and catch up on a few things. So we'll have a little check out on it. Of course, he's known for parts of Premier League, and I am a fan of Jack's stuff. He got me hooked with Tau Law, obviously because of the fact that it's from up north, so I was like sort of right up straight in there. But yeah, I do like a Let's Play. I know people think that, myself included, going Let's Plays don't quite get the views they used to on YouTube anymore, but I am a fan. I'm not really into these whole like, oh, we gave Dorking £1 billion and this is how they got on, and because I simmed it, I'm like, it's not really my sort of content, and oh, here's like the unbeaten tactic that I used. Again, not my sort of tactic, not my sort of video, but yeah, things like the Let's Play stuff, I'm thinking, yeah, okay, I'll have a bit of watch of that, especially if it's something interesting as well. We'll get involved. Joel, no, not a Peterborough fan at all, no, mate, no. Former Villa fan, probably a Sunderland fan. I think it's probably where we'd sort of fall on the line with that one. Currently in Wales, trying to topple TNS. It's a bit of a challenge. It sounds like it is a challenge, Fred Starr, to be honest. I've done Wales before and I thoroughly loved it. We'll be doing Wales as part of this as well. So where's Craig Avon playing? Are they below us? Good. I've watched Shrew before. Yes, big fan of Shrew's. He's rated us a few times actually. So he's we sort of have back and forth a little bit with him. His style of stuff on YouTube is very good, very palatable. But the thing is, like, I like long form content, so for me, I'm happy to sit and watch something if it's like 40 minutes long. That's fine. My attention span is 40 minutes long. I can take that, But there's also that thing of going, you know what? Sometimes like 10 minutes, bang, sorted. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. Like, I'm obviously trying to get that myself, so we started putting stuff out on YouTube ourselves. So the end of season reviews are now coming up as regularly as I can get them on there. But because I'm using the stream, it takes a while to edit down 3-hour streams into like 10 minutes, 20 minutes. And you think it's, 5 or 6 streams per season? So I'm having to like sort of go back through, cut little bits and bobs, and just having goals and stuff and little reactions, things like that, and like occasionally things there sort of being said. So there is stuff in there, but it is a bit of a we'll get there in the end sort of thing. Like long form stuff because you can have it on the background. 100%. I'm the same. Like, I like that, but again, it's like I'm from a long form content background. Like, whenever I listen to podcasts, my podcast preference is long. I'd rather sort of like sit there and listen to something proper, get involved, like the things like distraction pieces or something. Like, sort of sit there and they can be like 2 hours long, some episodes. Things that have a word, like 2 hours long, easy. I'll just sit and just like have a great time with it. So, but yeah, that's where my head's at with it. But as with everything, each to their own. It's not always going to be the same for everyone. So, Evening Riverside, how are you? Welcome in. Yeah, and then again, this is the thing, like with how Shrew's done it, it's really clever. It's kind of very TikTok-y, and I'm not a TikTok user, and I know sort of like, you know, Tom was in there like, you know, FM TikTokers are strange. They're probably strange, but I don't get TikTok anyway because it's not designed for me. But there is part of me thinks that we should be doing things like to help grow, you know, put more eyes onto the product and stuff. But I'm like, I like how we just grow this stuff organically. Like, this is just nice to sort of like jump in. Sometimes there's like very little promotion. We're even going to do a stream. Like tonight it was kind of like, I should probably go again in like 10 minutes, right? And even now I think I was late, so apologies for that. But it's just nice to sort of be like, every sort of time we come in, there's always like a good amount of people here. We have some good conversation. The save's interesting. And like, you don't need, I'm trying to say it's like sort of some people that with like trying to get started out on creation stuff. They're like, oh, I need like loads of views. They're like, you don't really, you need like, it's nice to have loads of views, of course it is, but it's nicer to have people interacting with your content. Engagement is interesting, you know, and that's what we need to work on. That's what everyone needs to work on. It's engagement, like getting people to come back. You know, you can have like 10,000 followers, 10,000 subscribers, but if only like 5 people are watching, then it's not working. Like something's not quite clicking, and that's, you know, you then need to work out, okay, right, cool, so how do you convert these people? How do you get these people in all the time? And that's where the skill comes. That's where the, you know, the sort of the hustle comes. Like, clipping goals is fine, curious to see how much traffic it draws with streams. Yeah, I think it's more from what I can gather, Rogan, again, I don't know too much because I don't watch. I see bits and pieces. I see Diz post a lot of things, but I see it because he puts it on Twitter as well, and Instagram, and the same with Sai Maggio. Like, they both do a lot on TikTok, but I think maybe Tom FM possibly as well. But it's like, it just seems to be like, if you get what we should probably do is, if there's anything that's remotely funny, because again, you know, I've got to remember, I'm a comedian as well, soup off the post. Like, I've got to remember as well, I'm a comedian, so like, things that are funny should really be up online. So if by any strange stretch of the imagination we do something funny, then that's here. Then that's the reason that we should be putting that up on TikTok, you know, rather not like, oh, here's a goal. Like I did like one for the YouTube shorts, which was like, oh, like 2 centre backs run into each other, and I felt bad for doing it because I was like, it's just one of those things, isn't it? Oh dear. I'm more concerned about the fact we're losing to Craig Avon. You came because you saw Banbridge, and you know what? Some people do, Monk. They just look at the team and they go, yeah, cool, that's the team I can get behind. Which I guess is why people always do like most people do like Premier League saves or something, because it's like easy to relate to straight away, and it like, right, get yourself involved because we know who those players are. Like, you've come here, obviously you're Northern Irish, so you've come in going, right, I know who these players are myself. But we did Indonesia last year, and I think people came out of curiosity at first, just like, what the hell happens in Indonesian football? We don't know anything about Indonesian football, and neither did we. We were learning as we were going along, and that's what was really fun. Oh yeah. Oh, you'll fade nice around here, then, Monk. We hit Premier League saves as well. It's, oh, what was that, Campbell? Yeah, definitely not for us. Definitely not for us. But, you know, with things like the Football Manager show, though, it's all about striking a balance in it. Like, I can't just go on and just say, right, I'm only going to talk about really difficult non-league saves, because with the Football Manager show audience, we attract so many different people, and people who play the game in so many different ways, that we have to kind of like cater for everybody. So, you know, we want to be appealing to people who do lower league saves in the same way we want people to be appealing to people who do Premier League saves, or people who play FM Touch, or people who play console as well. Like, I've not touched the consoles versions, and won't, but, you know, we're going to get a lot of people who do asking, like, you know, how's it playing? My answer at the minute is, I don't know. Like, no idea. Arsenal beat a ton as a fish out of water, flapping around a puddle, not nice. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that's the thing. That's the beta. You can do daft stuff in the beta because it doesn't really matter. Like, that was just more a case of getting getting used to the game, wasn't it? Letting everyone have a look at and see how it plays. That was the whole point of that one. And then now it's like, yeah, let's move into the actual game we want to do. Stick him in the trenches, he's made of steel. Exactly, this is the thing. This is the thing, you know. It's like it's like the equivalent of like an MMA fighter, isn't it? Like sort of going, oh, his boxing's terrible. Oh, but his ground game's pretty good. Like, yeah, get him on the ground, he'll be fine. You know, this is the thing. I'm a relegation survival specialist. That's what we did in FM21. Was like, stick me in there, don't get relegated. That was our thing, wasn't it? Turn up and just grab teams by the scruff of the neck and go, we're not going down, lads. We're not going down. Sort of. Oh, Kaká, just close. So close. The less problematic Big Sam. Yeah, exactly. Like, and to be fair, a slightly more coiffed, Sean Dyche, basically. Gatos, listen to the latest pod. Loved it more than usual. I feel you and RDF have fully clicked. Feel comfortable now, if that makes sense. That makes 100% sense. 100% sense. Because yes, I completely agree, Gatos. I think that we definitely have found our vibe now. And like, personally, there's still sections of the podcast that I have to deliver like a presenter. And I feel like I'm sort of like sat upright when I'm saying it. And I feel very much like I've got to make sure this is clear, so everyone understands it. But there's also part of it, like, where I'm just sort of going, yeah, we can just vibe. Like, you know, just start to, like, get our own personalities across. And, yeah, it's definitely starting to get there. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. Really glad you enjoyed it. I think we need to do a little bit more here. This is not going to help us with our search for trophies, is it? Never use the big teams. Feel I would look stupid. Yeah, I mean, it's just, for me, I don't really watch. I don't watch the Premier League. That's the thing, Monk. So I'm not that bothered. It's just not my vibe. It's not my vibe. Oh, nearly getting there as well. This episode was hilarious. Came across really well during the wide centre back chat. Yeah, bless you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that bit. I haven't fully listened back to the episode yet either, but it felt like, you know, when you sort of like, you can leave something, you go like, yeah, it feels good. It felt like a good record. So yeah, I thought we were onto something with that. I was like, yeah, that's a good one. Go, Keane, come on, let's get that ball in. Oh, straight at the keeper. Gotta be kidding me. Got no other attacking options on the bench. Move Kaká in there as well. See if that's going to work. We're getting the ball away, but losing to Craig Having is odd. Yeah, it is a bit. It's certainly not how I expected this game to go. But, you know, cup upsets happen. That's the thing. You know, it's all about, I was going to say it's all about the league. It's not really. It is about cups, to be honest. So, Rada, welcome in. Nice to see you. Like, we're aware that if we get promoted, that we'll miss out on some cups. So it's kind of like that thing going, we need to stay in the championship for another season just to get some more of these cup efforts done. But there we go, Kaká! Fight like a crow. There we go. Finally knocking on that door. Keane puts his foot in. Good ball. Sharvin's way out of position. He's got no clue what he's doing. How's the challenge? Challenge is going good. Challenge is going good, thank you. We're, believe it or not, we're probably mid-table. We're mid-table in the championship. Which we weren't expecting. We're expecting to be relegated, and relegated badly. So it's although we are now currently drawing in the cup with a lower league side. In fact, it's not even a lower league side. I think a non-league side. Kakar, Croskery, Sharvin. Now we're talking. That's what I thought. Croskery was offside at first. Actually, when the ball played to him out wide, I thought he's offside. Just see where this ball is. So Kakar picks it up, drives. I thought there. Oh, he's played him on. This guy here, number 5. It's Sharvin. Great finish. 2-1. This is more like it, right? This is more like it. Oh, hang on. It's Kakar. He's away. Croskery. Campbell. Need to try and change back to a slightly more solid formation, actually. I've got a feeling that they've made a change already. So we're expecting them to come at us now, so nice. Halfpenny brings it away. Oh, it's Kakar. Through. Oof. Ian Studs up. How are you, buddy? Yes, Rebellious. How are you? Nice to see you. Hope you guys are all well. I mean, it'll lower our lines actually as well. We're all good. We're all good. Thank you, Studs up. Very good indeed. Sharvin's picked it up. No, he hasn't. Thought he did. We're just trying to see out a game here. We've got we're in qualifying round of the cup, or is this proper? The cup proper, possibly. Evening, year on. How are you? And yes, Rebellious, we are still in Northern Ireland, mid-table in the championship at this point. Cup game here, which we're hoping to. Oh dear, Campbell with a wild clearance. Was that not a corner? Was he offside? Possibly. Give the ball away. Can't believe I'm about to take control of Sheffield Wednesday as a Blades fan. Well, this is the thing, Studs up, man. You're never going to please everybody. There's always going to be someone being like, oh, I can't believe this, can't believe that. You know, but I appreciate that you're going to give it a go. Come on, ref. Disgusting. Surely that's a straight red. That's a goal scoring opportunity right there, right? Top corner, please, Sheldon. We'll take that. That was hard work. That was hard work, but look at the match. I'll pull the match momentum back up, because that is very much a game that we should have won much easier. We dominated the whole match. We dominated everything. Do you know what I mean? They scored when we were dominating. It was only the last 10-15 minutes when they actually looked like they were going to get forward. But yeah, it was all Banbridge. All Banbridge. So yeah, glad we got the victory there. So that's the 4th qualifying round of the Northern Irish Cup. So I think we make it into the actual official first round proper now. Tony, where do you stand in the great FMT debate between Kevin and Rich? Oh, you know what, Rogie? That's a really good question, because I'm Team Rich on this one. I don't think the game is broken. I don't think the game's broken at all. I think what it is it's a different game. I think what you need to remember is what you've got to be more reactive to the game now. Like they've said so many times, the makers, the developers have said so many times, you can't just click your way through. You've got to engage with the game. Like, and that's good. I agree, Lulu Booster. It's improved. Yes, you're going to have the odd silly mistake in defence, but you get the odd silly mistake in defence in real life. You get the odd miss in real life that you go, how's he missed that? Daniel Vick, welcome in. Appreciate your follow. That's very kind. Thank you. Like, you're going to get those sorts of things. And for me, I don't mind. Like, we play lower league football. We expect, at this level, we expect a defender to jump for a header and miss it. We expect a striker to be one-on-one and hit it over the bar. Like, I think what people want is probably... Is it very different? I think it maybe is very different from what they're getting. I think what people want and what people are getting are two different things. But I think people have built up the expectation too much. Do you know what I mean? Like, games broken because defenders don't defend. Do they not? I think they do. I think they get more. I think they get blocks in. Like, I think it's different to how it has been. And I don't know whether or not it was too easy before. Like, Yaron's made a good point here. People want to win all the time and they don't have to work for it. The thing is that you see every single week in real life football. Like, Man City should theoretically, because they've got the best players, should theoretically be running streets ahead of everyone else in the Premier League. Same with Liverpool. Like, but they're not. And that's good, because that means that there is things happening in the real world where anomalies happen. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't win every match. Dean's right. People complain when they don't win every match. Like, for me, I invest, probably about 1,400 hours, I think, to be honest, last time. Right? Last season was about 1,400 hours, which isn't much. There's people who do far more than I do. I think I get value for money out of this game, genuinely, right? I don't think I leave a game cycle going, oh, you know what, I've not got my money's worth here. Like, no, I think I get my money's worth, and if I'm not enjoying it, I'll stop playing it. The fact that I'm playing it right now in this level here, like, yeah, I'm happy with it. I don't think the game is broken. I think people need to learn that the game plays differently, and you've got to be okay with that. You know what I mean? Yes, French Bertie, welcome in. How are you? Appreciate your raid. How's your stream? French Bertie forced to raid, or whilst we get spanked. I mean, hey, if them's the rules, right? But welcome in, everyone. Drop yourselves a follow, by the way, if you fancy doing so, and also drop a follow on French Bertie as well to my guys. Hope you had a good stream. Who are you managing, Bertie? How did it get on? People are just doing the big debate, to be honest. Two people are losing their shit all the time, saying it's broken. This is just, things just got harder for them, and they used to doing the same shit over and over to win. Now it's changing. Yeah. Real life games are 50-50 coin toss games. Tight affairs decided by one moment in 90 minutes. 100%. This is the thing. Like, you don't see that many. Like, the thing is, when you see a 9-0 win, you see 1, 2 a season, maybe. You don't see 5. Like, I was asking before, like, in the chat, like, what's your biggest defeat? Like, you know, let's have a quick look. Right, this season, our biggest defeat, 4-2. Last season we lost Our biggest defeat last season was 3-1. I lost 4-0 in a friendly. Mighty Thor, appreciate the follow. Very kind, thank you. 4-1. Like, yeah. We didn't get more than 4 last season, which is fine. Like, you shouldn't get huge defeats all the time, because it doesn't happen in real life. You shouldn't win matches by incredible, like, scorelines every single time, because it just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. Rakia, biggest defeat. I haven't lost a game in 2 seasons. Well, there you go. See, we need to be as good. We all need to be as good as Rakia, to be honest, don't we? We should sign French Bertie. We could try. Where's French Bertie then, Mighty Thor? Where's he at? What was the stream save? It's Chippenham currently. Felt that spinning the wheel decided my save is unique like no other. Explain how it's unique then. Let us find out. I don't want to win every game, but I want my defenders to play the ball after they take the ball down instead of running away from it. I don't know. I don't really know if that's. Look, again, without seeing your save, I'm not entirely sure how I can comment on that. So, but for me, I haven't really seen it. I've seen one example of really bad defending, and I clipped it and I posted it, and that's been since. Well, we went a month. We've a month worth of FM, and I've seen one. But that's. I would have thought the amount of time we play it, that it would be like, yeah, we'll spot the issues, because we're playing it a lot. But I've not seen it. But that's not me saying that it's not there. Let's have a look then. Bertie's the medical person, right? Where are you then, Bertie? You may have moved. We're 3 seasons in here, so have you potentially moved? Head of sports science for some reason. I love that, for some reason. Is this you here, is it? Yes, George. Right. I mean, you probably won't come to Banbridge. You're on £200 a week. I mean, our top player isn't even on £200 a week, but I appreciate you being in there. So we'll keep you on the short list. If a potential ever comes up that we can get you in, then we'll do that. Also, in fact, actually, I don't know if you've got Twitter. Drop me a DM or drop me a DM in Discord, actually, as well, because you might be handy to talk to potentially. So we will see. 9 for sports science. I mean, hey, 9 for sports science links for what we've got would make him like pretty much Nobel's Prize for Science, given like how much we've got in our staffing. So he'd come in. He could basically be in charge of everything. Do you know what I mean? So we're playing Warren Point in the first round of the Irish Cup, which is good. I'll take that. Warren Point's fine. Not too bad. Czar, most importantly, again, it's the best FM version ever. There you go, Czar. Czar's backing it all the way. Tony here about to take a sports science course. I mean, hey, maybe, Rogie, if we'd gone to Wales, we could have done that, couldn't we? Maybe I'm thinking long term. Maybe I'm thinking we get Big George in to Wales. Yeah. Every year is the best year ever. I wouldn't say that, studs. I wouldn't say that. I spoke a few times to the SI guys. Football Manager 15, not my favourite. Not my favourite. But you're right. Every year there should be an improvement, or something should improve, and that's what I agree with. I do agree with that. But yeah, for me, I like this version. I genuinely think it's good, and if people are going to say that it's bad, then hey, that's their opinion, you know. But for me, nah, I'm all right. I'm happy. I'm having a good time. Sorry, let me just quickly reply to that. what's the tips for a beginner? Tip for a beginner, I would say, Daniel, is start with a team that you either start with a team you know. Right, in fact, yeah, start with a team you know. That's probably the best thing to do, right? So that you know who the players are. So don't necessarily pick your favourite team. Delegate stuff that you don't want to do. So if you don't want to do training, delegate it. If you don't want to do organising fixtures and friendlies, delegate it. And just play around, have fun, make mistakes. Make mistakes. That's the biggest tip I'd give to a beginner. Make mistakes. Because you know what? You can load up a new save and start again. It's not a problem. Like, or you can just have this one long universe where like you have constant mistakes and then you have like your redemption story and stuff. That's how I would do it. I would go to a team that you know, play around for a couple of seasons, like see how you feel, like how you want to play it, and then if that feels good, keep doing it. If you want to do something different, do something different. I would say in terms of tactics, try and master a 4-4-2. I guess that's the first thing that people would say is master a 4-4-2, and then you can always tweak from there. Like you can always make it into like a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3 or a 4-5-1 or 5-2-2-2 or whatever. Like and yeah, like just take your time. You've got so much time to play with the game, like that you could start a new save every single week, really, if depending on how much time you want to play it. But yeah, just make mistakes, have fun. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. It's just a game. No one's coming round your house and shouting abuse at you on Twitter because you've lost a game or something. It's not like that. If you get sacked, it's fine. You don't have to go back and tell your family you've been sacked, and you don't have to sort of like pack up the house and move. It's fine. Embrace the sack. It's part of real life football. Like all these people, all these managers who say, "Oh, I haven't been sacked in like the last 10 versions of the game." All right, fine, good for you. Well done. You've found a downloaded tactic that works for you. Excellent. Great. Like, you know what I mean? Good. But what enjoyment have you had? Oh, I like winning. Okay, cool. Good for you. Good for you. But I wonder what you don't. I fear you're not learning. If you're not getting sacked, you're not learning something. Because there's always something you learn from it. Sometimes it's not your fault either. Sometimes the club just want something different to what you're doing. It's a badge of honour. If you don't get sacked, you're not playing it right. Getting sacked is half the fun. Yeah, there you go. See, these are just some of the views. And I get sacked. I get sacked in the beta. That's when I get sacked. That's when I get sacked the best, is in the beta. Because it doesn't matter. It's not my long-term save. It doesn't matter at all. And we have a bit of fun with it. But I've also been sacked when it does matter, and that is fine as well, because we just laugh it off. You go, yeah, okay, cool, yeah, we got sacked, big deal, whatever, move on. Like, it's fine. No one dies unless something really bad's happened, but it shouldn't do. Told you weren't a real physio until you get sacked. See. Saying there you go. Eventually it all makes sense, but eventually. Also, as a beginner, don't start with no badges. Yeah, that's the point. Yeah, good shouts are actually. Yeah, if you pick a team, there's a little thing under your manager profile when you start loading up. You can say badges and experience. There's a little box underneath. Click that, and that says that you can get the badges that are appropriate to that level. So if you pick Juventus or something, or you pick Arsenal, click that and it changes you to international manager or whatever, like international experience, top level badges. So at least you're not going in being like, right, okay, you rock up on your first day and you've got your record of achievement on your arm. Like, it's not going to work. Like, that's, as Bertie says there, that's for your journey, man. That's when you're literally like sending your CV out going, I was once Boreham Wood on Football Manager. Like, that's the level. Lily Booster, I expect to be the first second in a year. PSV has amazing players. I'm expected to win. Probably going to come second. Board C plus, not looking good. You want to be tapping up that PSV job, mate. That's what you want to be doing. And again, that's the thing as well. I would remember that if you're at a top club, the expectations are always higher. So you got to get that in quickly, you know, and like make sure that you can get playing straight away and be like, right, hit the ground running. So you might want to have a look out for some tactics to download. I'm not going to suggest you do that personally, because I think, like, for me, I think it's more fun working it out as you go along and trying to work on the tactic that works for your players. Like, all these tactics that are online are great for that team that's being used on. Do you know what I mean? Like that team that the video has been made on, that tactic works for that team. It's not going to work the same way for your team because you've got different players. So take inspiration from it, understandably, and go, oh, okay, cool. So that combination of player works. That kind of like instruction works for that sort of style of play. Brilliant. Do that, but don't be like, all right, yeah. So they said that I have to have this. This player has to be on a pressing forward. This player has to be on a ball winning midfielder. Yeah, but you haven't got a player who's a ball winning midfielder. You haven't got a player who's a pressing forward. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, if you go to a team, you've plugged in a 4-3-3, and you've only got one fit striker, your tactic ain't gonna work. Like, where's your tactic for a 4-4-2 that you can maybe have like a player who's going to just drop a little bit and be like as a shadow striker or a false nine? Where's your 4-5-1 tactic where you've got one striker and your wingers are coming up to support? Like, that's where you need to be. That's how you learn. But that's development style as you go through. I mean, like, we've changed formation much. Believe it or not, we've come back to a 4-4-2. We've had some variations leading up to this point. And again, it's all based on the players that we've got, because we started off with a 4-4-2, and right, that's probably standard. Third division of Northern Irish football, players aren't going to be particularly technical. They're not going to want loads of instructions. They're just going to be look, just play the ball however you want to play it. Kick it as hard as you can, as far as you can. If someone gets to the end of it, brilliant. Like, that's sort of what we look for. But then the more you go in and we bring players in, we're like, actually, he's a bit more technical. He can maybe do a little bit more with the ball. Or like, oh, you know what, we're missing loads of, like, we need a bit more defensive solidity. Right, let's bring, we put two DMs in last year because we needed to basically pack this midfield. But now we're allowing McCavitt, ironically, in a higher division, we're allowing a player to have a bit more movement in midfield and a bit more freedom. Whereas you'd think we'd probably stick with two DMs again, but we've sort of went, actually, maybe if we kind of like move up a smidge, then it might work. I think I don't disagree with you, Aaron. I think a 4-4-2 diamond would work with these players. I think that we've got, for it to stay wide, it could work, but I definitely think that we've got players who can make it work narrow as well, which would be really good. If we get a better wing back and a better full back, then we go a narrow diamond. But yes, I agree. I think a 4-4-2 diamond would work with these players. But I think we played it for about a half, so it is on my radar in some capacity. But yeah, that's what I'd be suggesting for a beginner, Daniel. Also, as well, little plug: listen to the Football Manager show. Right, the show is designed for taking beginners through the cycle. So, like, if you listen to each episode, it's broken down into a section of the game. So this week we talk about youth development, like how to get the best at youth development. We've done scouting, we've done recruiting, we've done setting up your manager profile. So loads of things like that. So there's the tactics garage as well. There, so you'll learn some tactical stuff as well. So yeah, it's worth a listen, I think. Yeah. And people who've listened before have agreed as well. So, and also use the Discord. Use the Discord as well. Ask questions. People are always happy to give feedback. No one's above answering a question, I don't think. And if they are, then just fuck them, move on. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, come and join the Discord. Ask questions in there, because there is stuff about tactics. There is stuff about the game itself in general. So it's and it's always nice to sort of be like, oh, you know what? Yeah, I tried that thing and it worked. Or yeah, I tried that, it didn't work for me. Like, and it's always good. And you'll get someone going, well, actually, the sorts of players you've got here could do X, Y, and Z, and you might get like a little bit of help with a bit of feedback that way, and just sort of like gets you on the go, you know. Oh, speaking of people who, know a few things about a few bits and pieces, Rich Owens for everybody. Big shout for Rich Owens. Welcome in, Rich Owens from Football Manager Therapy. How are you? The show's very entertaining. Thank you, Dean. Appreciate you greatly. Other shows that are entertaining is of course Football Manager Therapy, which of course Rich Owens now hosts wonderfully. So again, do go and have a little follow on that. How's Tricks, Rich? Hope life's treating you well. Has your new computer turned up? Rich knows many things about many stuffs. Did I hear Sheffield Wednesday's correspondent in here? Yeah. See, everyone thinks this is a Rich Owens inspired challenge. It's not. It's not actually. Text Rich to go. We're recording the episode today. You might want to be. You might want to find out about the challenge. And he was like, "Oh no, oh dear, surely not." And I was like, "Yeah. Everyone else has to suffer the way Rich has to suffer." Also, as well, a bit of advice I'd give you, Daniel, and this is to anyone else as well who's saying the game's broken. Rich, I've backed your corner all night, by the way, mate. Right? Game is not broken at all. What you have to do as well now is you can't have wildly different tactics. You have to pick a system that works for your players, pick a style that works for your club, and then just make subtle tweaks in game. Like, you don't need you don't need like sort of 3 vastly different tactics. You need to have like variations of the same thing, really. So you can change the match plan as you go through. So like when you want to press, like, what's your changes? When you want to go defensive, what's your changes? That's what you need to be thinking about. Because you don't see real managers going like, oh shit, we've started a 4-4-2, right? 20 minutes in, okay, we need to go with 4 strikers now. Like, bring out the 4 Trequartista system. They don't do it. They go, okay, right, cool, let's move him forward a bit. Well, you know what? We're getting a bit exposed here at the back, right? He drops back. Tell you what, we're gonna push tighter. Right? Exploit the space. Move. Get the ball through the lines. Play wider. It's all little subtle tweaks. It's all about being reactive. That's what I've learned. Someone like Dean might be able to sort of back me up on this one, but that's what I've learned. That's how I think the game plays. And for me, that's why I don't think the game's broken. I think that everyone is used to sitting back and being like, well, I'll just plug, Uber 4-2-3-1, 1,000 goals a season formation. I'll plug that into my National League North team, and away we go. I'll find the players that are meta and the position. Like people always ask, what's the overpowered, positions this year? Like, I don't know. I don't know if there is one. Like DM maybe is pretty strong, but yeah, I just think it's. I think people are always going to look for something that's a bit easier and an easier way, but it's just have fun with it. It's a video game at the end of the day. There's no point getting too involved in it, is there? We do need to ease off a bit, don't we? Stay on feet. How many you got? So Keane's on a yellow, and there's only Keane on a yellow card, actually. But of course, he's the one that's going to get sent off, isn't he? I'll tell you what. Let's do that, and let's bring him off. Actually. On goal as well. Sharvin can go on. Do that. And you know what? Maybe. Do we push? I don't know. I don't know whether to push a player out. They've got okay in there. Yeah, maybe we do actually. Maybe we'll tell you what. Let's bring McGavett off. Let's put Kaká on. Kaká! He says he's nervous, but he's not. Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous, Kaká. Go and do your thing. And the wise words of Ilish Brazalaglov. It's only a game. Why do you have to be bad? There's a lot of truth in that. I mean, of course, the whole Trek supremacy thing is definitely a thing, Rich, and the more Trequartistas, the better. Other bit of advice, well, don't feel as you have to give every single player an instruction, or every player has to be on a crazy roll. You can just have centre back. You know, not everyone has to be wing backs. Not everyone has to be play like two liberos. Try the 8 Treks. You need to get that done, Rogue. You need to get that done. I thought 4 was the thing, and then bust the net. Like, I've got 4 as well, and then Rich was like, I've got 5, and it's like, okay. But yeah, I'm enjoying the vibe. To a very different person, but it's enjoyable. No, mate, I appreciate that. Thank you. We do try and go a bit chilled, but we're not like ranting and raving and stuff. We just I'm too old to be ranting and raving. You know what I mean? Like, end of the day, it's Northern Ireland. Do they even know what player roles are? Maybe not at this level. Maybe not this level. Links. No. We just sort of like go. You know what? You have a stripy shirt on, so just we come in, we do our thing. There's no point. As I say, there's no point ranting and raving. It's a video game. Like, who cares enough that oh God, I'm conceding loads of penalties. You're not really, though, are you? You're not really. Bertie's eccentric in a good way. Oh, you know what? I'm going to check out Bertie's stream. That's what I'm going to do. It's one of those things that I enjoy about this community, that we can get these sorts of things done. So, just drop you a follow there, mate. So I'll keep an eye out, and we'll jump in. I did more karaoke tonight than anything else. Well, I mean, look, yeah, there's no karaoke around here. Is that Robert Prozanecki? Wow. Robert Prozanecki is manager of Troyes. And he's been replaced by Alou Diarra. I mean, that's literally FM28, right? Never a dull moment at 70s football shorts doing 40 squats. Only 40? That depends on what the rest of the workout is, doesn't it? Yeah, Prozanecki was great. Look at this guy. Oh. Farewell, Robert Prozanecki. FM98, you're inventing games again. Well, yeah, you know what I mean. But because there was no game called Championship Manager, was there, Roki? That's the thing. Like, it's all gone. Like, too many instructions on players and less Jose Mourinho, more Chairman Mao. So we've got Dundela next, then 9th. Then we got Carrick twice, and then Ards, and then Anna. What a shit run that is. 3rd, 1st, 4th. Oof. That's leading to Christmas. That's brutal, isn't it? I'll give you FM98 soon. There's the plug. See? There's the plug. I knew what I was doing. I'm not as stupid as everyone thinks I am. Mad scientist, don't you worry about that. I mean, to be fair, imagine if I was as stupid as everyone thought I was. Oh, imagine that. Very much an ad. Absolutely an advert. And that's the thing. If you're not following the Mad Scientist, by the way, you have to get on board. I'm going to shout him out again. Have to get on board because he's making 98, 99. It's going to be a thing. He's streaming it at the minute. When he's streaming it, actually making it. So if you want to see how it gets made, then go and check him out. Plus, he travelled all the way from Denmark for a live podcast show. So the guy's god tier as far as we're concerned, right? Rich is now excited to sign a pre-2005 Chris Waddle. Yeah. Oh, Daniel Vick, appreciate the prime. Thank you, mate. That's very, very kind. I say, hopefully those tips do make sense for you. That'll be very, very kind of support. Thank you for that. Obviously, anyone else who's got Amazon Prime, feel free to link them together. Link your Prime and your Twitch. Doesn't cost you anything. Bezos has got your back in your Amazon Prime subscription. Your £7 or your £8 or whatever it is now. You can link it to Twitch. You get a free sub. Costs nothing. You can use it here. You can use it anywhere on Twitch. You can support Rich. You can support Mad Scientist. You can support Bertie. You know, you can change it around as well every month. So, as I say, it's going. Just link it to someone. They'll appreciate the support. You know. Just because he's retired doesn't mean he's not in the database links. I mean, you know, Rich will do whatever he can do to get Chris Waddle back in. Right, I'm still relatively happy with how this team's set up. You know, I don't think we need to change anything again. Evans is starting to tire, which is a bit of a worry. So maybe we put. We've got a lot of games coming up actually, so Evans needs to be rested. Goal's got 5. DJ's only got 3 goals now this season. You know what I mean? Let's give Sharvin, because Sharvin needs to be getting the goals more than anything. So where's Soup? Soup can come back in as well. Right, there you go. A couple of changes, I think, while we do this match against Dundalk. Sorry, Dundalk were a club that we interviewed for as well, weren't they? But they didn't get back to offering us anything at the time. So, and also we would have started in the Championship, so that would have been really, really difficult for this challenge. We've never experienced life in the 3rd division of Northern Irish football. Daniel, been looking around for content creators to get the hang of the game. Really enjoying your stream. No, appreciate that. Thank you, Daniel. We do try and sort of like be a bit, you know, like check as many people out as you can. Like loads of different streamers. Like everyone's got their own vibe. Like for me, I always say this. I said that you can be. There's 2 types of streamers with FM. You can be like an educator, so people who know the game inside out. So RDF Tactics, for example. Okay, he does the Football Manager show with me. You will learn so much tactically about how to work the game. Bust the net as well. Stinger, like these are the tacticians, the masters of the game. They understand how it works. And then you've got entertainers, people who just provide entertainment. And I think I fall into that category. Like you're not going to learn. I can articulate the game. I can tell you exactly what we need to do. Like, you know. I can tell you what you're meant to do, but I'm not necessarily going to be able to do it myself. But play the game long enough to have a rough idea. Oh, it says that as you can see from the edge of the area. But for me, it's like, let's just hang out and have fun. Like we're going to have a nice entertaining stream. You know what I mean? So we don't always win. We very rarely win. But when we do win, oh, the scenes, because we've earned it. Because we've earned the win. And that's what makes it feel better, you know. Also check out something called the Manager's Seat on YouTube as well, because that's again that's like the good guys all linked together, made a collective. People like Llama, JD, Rich DF Tactics as well. Miro Dakar, I keep coming back for the chill vibe. Love the muddy struggle of lower league football. I mean, you know what, Miro, that's exactly it. That's you've described the stream perfectly. You know, you've described it's exactly what it is. Exactly what it is. chill. We're not getting stressed about the fact that we're in like some of the lower reaches of world football. We just get on with it. Just go, right, yeah, fine, this is our thing. This is what we do. Oh, it's a good finish. Mr. Jeff Tyler's with the greatest manager ever if he didn't have a bad habit of breaking his best players. Yeah. Llama's pressing me to is very good. Very good indeed. I don't know what our players are doing. This guy's just gone charging. All the way up top. Mate, come on, lads. Right, wrong time to be looking to concede goals. Right, let's push up. Cross-squeeze not got it away. See, this is the thing as well, that you'll get some people will instantly be like, oh God, I can't believe it, you're losing. You know, we've been unbeaten in 7 games, now we're going to lose a game. Yeah, that's football. That's football. How many times in football have you seen a team have like a great run, then goes to play at the bottom of the league and loses? Like, it can happen. Doesn't happen all the time. Happens a lot more on FM, but it can happen. No, you must lose. Can't make them run next to 10k even if I'm the physio. That's fair. Yeah, I think you've definitely got a slightly different outlook on the game than I have, Bertie. Which is totally fair. Deliver Grind says Daniel, I've played FIFA career mode since I got introduced to it in the end. 3-0 now. Great strike. Deliver Grind, playing FIFA career mode since I got introduced, but in the end it always lacked a challenge. Yeah. And this is where the challenge is. I mean, yeah, I don't want to be working for you, Bertie, to be honest. So, it's going to be 10Ks every day. But at the same time, yes, I do want to work for you, because that's exactly what it should be. We'll see when we can get you into the club, shall we? Oof. So yeah, I think our playoff hopes have taken a bit of a dent here. Playoff hopes. Very much above our station at this point, aren't we? All about load and all my stuff. Just need to get my badges. Work with some interesting managers. I've had over 10 in 4 seasons. Yeah. That's the thing. It's all about learning, isn't it? As I say, I think it'd be interesting just to sit down and chat and sort of like get some stories, man, because I bet you've got a few. Both as pressing, maybe. Bring cross around as well. Right. Anyway, we've played our final hand, I think. Rich is off. Sorry for flying visit Smallest Owen's birthday tomorrow. Oh, mate. Oh, massive shout then for Smallest Owens. Hope they have a wonderful day. And again, once more, shout out for Rich Owens. Do drop Rich a follow, by the way, everyone. If you can do. He's a wonderful streamer. There you go, defenders busy getting in each other's way there. Ian and Jem thoughts. Hello, mate. We have to tag them in and out. Rich and Jem can't be in the same stream at the same time. So yeah, it's a shame because they'd get on really nicely, but yeah, it's just them's the rules, isn't it? How are you, buddy? Hope you're well. Night, Rich Owens. Oh, Sharvin. Terrible miss. I mean, we were asking before about like worst defeats. This is probably one of them. Do you know what I mean? Like, just being okay, one of those days where the simple tasks are taking forever. I feel you. I feel you. Had some proper grey-headed days recently, man. Just like, it's like sitting just staring at screens going, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do right now. Like, oh, 3 hours have passed. Excellent. Good. I think they say get some rest at that point, don't they? I think. Although Littlest Jameson decided to wake up at 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock 2 days ago, and then last night woke up at 4 o'clock this morning. I was just like, I mean, you're taking the piss, mate. Absolutely taking the piss. So that doesn't help for the whole like starey thing either. It's like, good ball in, good health. Where you can just change the image, it becomes a 13 email chain of stuff in a link in OneDrive you can't access. Yeah. Send me the email attached to the image and say do this. Yep. I feel that 100%. I get that. I mean, that's a poor performance. That's probably the worst performance we've had on the stream tonight. Thankfully, we don't have to play the team who are in third twice and the team who are in fourth and the team who are first. I mean, spoiler alert, we do. Yeah, they're the next fixtures. So double against Carrick, who are third. Then we play Ards, who are top. Then we play Anna, who are fourth. It's not the season of goodwill, is it? That's not the that's not what you want as a run-in. Well, that, or we get them out of the way, you know. What I'm tempted to do at this point, because we are playing some better sides, is I'm tempted to go back to that system. So we're going to go with the double DMs. So I think that might be the way. That might be the way. Henry's tiring 3 days. Can he get tiring in 3 days? I hope so. Morgan Gore, can he run the line on his own? Don't think so. Right, we'll try that. I'm not sure if changing the system is the right idea or not, but for some reason I'm thinking let's do a tiny bit more defensive. Ooh, youth intake looks like it could be good again. Goalkeepers, fullbacks, centre-backs, centre-mids, wide mids, wingers, strikers. 3 forwards who are considered fine prospects. Thinking the words of Dumb and Dumber, I like it a lot. And again, that's really interesting because that ties in with the Football Manager show when we had that, of course, tonight, talking about how to work with your youth players. So there you go. It all makes sense, right? All makes sense. So yeah, let's see what we get then. This could be fun. So the start of a busy period. The festive period. Everyone's busy eating loads of food. And we're now sitting there going, right, what have we got? Like, oh, yeah, loads of difficult games. Great. So yeah, next stream that's going to be the January transfer window, so that'll be fun. Which will be on Friday. As I say, I'm not sure if we're going to stream any of the Sheffield Wednesday stuff. We might do a stream about like just setting the game up, setting the save up, and be like, all right, here's what we've got, here's what our parameters are, here's what we think is Yorkshire. We'll define what we believe Yorkshire to be. So we might do that, but we'll see. 14 for acceleration. What's Toby got? 14. You know what? Let's give Toby a game actually. King can stay on the bench. How am I finding scouting in FM23? It's difficult to tell, JM, because if I'm being honest, my scouts aren't very good. So I don't know really. I don't know whether that's the issue or whether scouting itself is a bit more tricky. I think the actual concept of what you need to do with scouting is really good. Like I do like the idea. It feels like there's more logic to it now. That you go, right, this is the focus, this is how you're going to do it. I can't be here, there and everywhere. I'll try my best and I'll try and get what I can get done. That for me all makes complete sense. As I say, we've got a scout who I think has another job. Like, so he's not going to be able to go find me too much. And like his judging player potential is like 5 or something. His playability is 5. So he's like, I'm like, have you seen any players? He's like, nah. Like, so I get that. So I think that's just a thing, I think, for lower levels. And again, we were saying before about like arguing the case for is the game broken, is the game not. I'm very forgiving because I presume that's what life's like at the lower leagues. Just like going, your scouts aren't going to be the greatest scouts. You're not going to get a scout who's got 20s or even double figures for some stuff because they're just, if they've got a bit of ability, they're in a higher division. Surely. Got to make the best of what you got. So I don't know. If anyone else has got any thoughts about scouting, then we're all ears. Bertie, a pleasure. Absolute pleasure, mate. Thank you so much for the raid. Genuinely. Lovely stuff. We'll drop in your stream. Absolutely. Again, if you haven't followed Bertie already, please go and do so, chat. And I will fire you a DM because we do need to have a conversation about sports science and physio stuff, and with football in general. So I say appreciate you, man. Take it easy, sleep well. Best of luck for the rest of the season, well, with Barnet. So hopefully at some point, you never know, we might end up at Barnet at some point. So we will see. To be fair, I'm doing what I've done for years as a semi-pro amateur club, just relying on director of football free trial recommendations. Yeah, exactly. Like, if you're in the lower leagues, trial as many players as you can. Because I always think about this, right? That, and again, we touched upon it on the podcast last week, that we don't think that there is such a thing as a physical transfer list. And even if there was, it would just be names on a page, right? So you've got to start getting your own data. You've got to start utilising what you've got in front of you. And if you're a non-league club or amateur, you take players in on trial to have a look at them. Do you know what I mean? Like, have a little look, see what you think they are, see what they're up to, and then you can make a judgment from there. Like, that's scouting them for free, essentially. Alice said something yesterday, apparently wage demands go up if you trial them. Is that right? That's interesting. I think, well, it would make sense in the fact that they're obviously then thinking that you're keen to sign them. But I can't say I've noticed that, actually. That's something worth keeping my eyes out. I'll have an ask about that to see if that's a thing. It sounds like it should be a thing. But then, as Rogi said there, it could be the other way around. depends on whether or not the player's desperate to join you or not as well. Like if they've come from a higher division, are they going to go, right, look, you know what, yeah, I'll sign, but it's going to cost you. But yeah, I'm not sure. Let me have an ask about that. See if we can get a bit of an answer on it, or a steer. Right, good ball. Stand them up. Good save. Right, I'm not convinced that going slightly more defensive has been the right way of doing this. So let's revert back to form. Target forward, advance forward. Let's try and get something else going, shall we? So Andrews has played okay. Keane's motivated, good. Sharvin's not playing great, so let's put Campbell on. Let's put Keane on for Sharvin. Actually, you know what? Pedro's motivated. Yeah, Sharvin can come off. See what we can do. See if there's any way of maybe getting a point. Riverside scouting budgets for lower leagues are unrealistic. A team promoted into the National Panorama South has got 97 grand. Is that how much they've got, is it? That does seem a lot. That does seem a lot. You would think it's just to scout them, but no, it's penny pinching. Yeah, we need to sit down and have a look at the finances, because some of the finances are very realistic for some nations, I think, and then some are slightly different, I think. Oof, good save. Happened with 3 different clubs. Finances are in game are a joke in general, says Atom. Okay. Where are you managing at, and what's your what are you basing this on? Don't say transfer fees, because there's a logical answer for the transfer fees. Nice ball for DJ Pedro. Pulls it back. Keane knocks it down. Soup. Keane. Wood from distance. Lost 1.5 million by club in Slovakia on a 900 grand payroll after winning the league. What's your expenditure though? What's your expenditure? What have you got to pay out? Like, do you have to pay ground rent, like rent for your stadium and stuff? And you're paying out goal bonuses and things like that. Seemed decent to me. They go Squifford the further away from you get from the main street. Yeah, probably, Jam. That's the thing. Less places where there's less research, I would say. It's probably a fair comment. I guess the Indonesian fees don't have to be accurate, because probably less people play Indonesia than just me, to be honest. Seems all the teams been around for decades. We tanking so badly without me spending anything I wasn't given. I mean, it's a fair comment, I suppose. But then again, all football clubs lose money, don't they? If they're not keeping up with sort of trends in the world. Like if your sponsorship's not doing well, the league prize money's not great. You know, things like travel, does that come into it? Commercial budgets obviously not generating as much money. I guess. You know, you need to sell, like, this is the sort of league where you probably need to sell players as well. So, you need to be obviously relying on getting like one wonder kid to sell off to, you know, Western Europe for, you know, that'll sort of keep you afloat for a bit. So, probably not enough sponsorship money coming in. Yeah, there's certainly one of them, isn't it? Like, or like shirt sales or something. There'll always be something in there that just sort of like, you go, oh, it's there. It's okay, fair enough. Like, you know, I mean, we're playing Northern Ireland here. Like, it's we get 115 quid if we win a match. Like that's our, like, 115 pounds, and it was 700 pound for winning the playoffs last season in the 3rd division. 700 quid. So, as you can imagine, we're of course losing a lot of money. We've got full pressing on already. We need to go attacking. That's what we need to do. Keane doesn't need to shoot from there though. It's not a bad performance. Oh, Pedro. Straight at the keeper. That was the chance, wasn't it? Right there. Is Hunter going to get the ball over the top? I mean, look, we can't complain. Do you know what I mean? We can't complain. We've got the result we sort of deserved, but go again. No training either, just like straight in. Let's go for it. Biggest defeat in FM's just happened. Birmingham 4, Sheffield United 5. I mean, wow. We've not gone 5 without a win, have we? Do you think they'll ever get fed up and just apply for the job in the Championship? Maybe. That's not no wins in 5. Oh, there's league wins in 5. Right. See, this is what we're debating it on, Jim. Like, there will be a point here where I have to go, you know what? We have to start winning something. So, where that point is, I don't know. This season, I'm classing as a bit of a gimme. Like, we're just going to get in there and have a little look around and see what the league looks like. I guess next season is the one, isn't it? Like, do we look around and go, right, okay, is there a team that can actually challenge for some stuff? That's what we need to look for. But I'm quite enjoying Banbridge. I quite like the fact that, let's not say it too loud, I'm onto a relatively good thing here. Like, in the event that we get relegated, I still don't think that we still wouldn't get sacked. Like, they'd be like, yeah, okay, cool, you've done a good job. That's fine. Like, that's what we need, you know? Let's go back to 4-4-2. Crossgree's back fit. How does the challenge work? So, challenge, Atom, is that we need to win every trophy in England, Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland. So there's 33 of them in total, and we've currently won 2. So there's a long way to go, really. But yeah, we're trying our best. One of the hardest parts is not getting attached to a team. Yes, Franco, that's exactly what it is. Because there is part of me now already going like, oh, you know, I think we could do okay here with these guys, and I'm like going, we need to get a move on. Like, you know, we need to start doing stuff, and picking up results. That's what we need to do. So think was mentioned in the chat before, going, oh yeah, dislodging Linfield is going to be tough. Yeah, it is, but hey, you know what? What if we get the Linfield job? Then that becomes easier, right? As soon as you get one nice prospect, it can be hard to leave. Oh, 100%. Like, this team is built on prospects. So Evans came through the youth system. We've got another couple of guys as well who sort of have come through the system as well. And we're waiting for another new intake as well this season as well. So there's always going to be that. Because then you go like, oh, do we take them with us? Do we leave them there? Like, you know, we've had a bit of interaction with the players from the club as well. Who've sort of like, players have dropped into the stream, which has been really, really nice. So Lewis Hunter, the goalkeeper, has been in the stream. Michael McGavitt, who's a midfielder, he's been in the stream. Connor Downey, who unfortunately has left the club in the game, he's been in the stream. He was a player / physio in the club. Very would love him. So yeah, so it is nice to sort of like get that level of interaction, but as you say, it then makes it that whole like, oh, am I attached? Like, is it one of those things that I'm like, can I leave? Can I leave? But we've got a job to do, that's the problem. I need to remember that. That's not how I manage. Nice bit of covering. Oh. Yeah, I think the playoffs are going to be out of our reach now. Oh, I was about to say 17 minutes, we're hanging in there, and then that ball was over the top, and it's like, uh-oh, seen this before. Oh, off the line. That was a decent effort. So look at that, see, 15 points now away from third, 8 points away from Ballyclare, 12 points away from Loughgall. Dropped down to 8th. Oh, hey, is he gone? Is he gone? Yes, he has. Forsyth's off. Oh, now it's interesting. Up against 10 men. So we've gone positive. So let's move things up a smidge and press. Try and get the ball off them and get in their faces. Start shifting that momentum now. Move Chris Wood up a bit higher, make him an attacking midfielder now. Henry Evans both struggling a bit. Diver maybe. Get him in. Try that. Ball through, Sharvin. DJ nods it down. Doesn't go anywhere though. See, they're sat with those two DMs. That's like where we're sort of like going to struggle to break them down now. Croskery. Oh. In fact, maybe if we move these players up a bit, that might help. A bit more pressure on them. Oh, DJ's offside. Get the ball away. That'll do, Snodden. Well done. Oh, straight to Soup. Killed it. Just killed it dead. Expert control. And it was a back. Sharvin just shanks it up over the bar. Okay, Here's where we need to start being clever, though. DJ! Get in. Great header. That's what he's brought in for. What a header. Yeah, he's miles on. He's miles on. Never in doubt, ref. Oh, cleared away. Over the top. Hunter gets it gone. Oh, Wood, Sharvin. Out of Croskery. DJ's intercepted though. That's right, forced a mistake. Oof. I like how the pitch is cutting up as well now. Croskery. Intercepts half an hour to go. Pedro pulls it back. Wood. I think we're all over them. It's just that matter of just being able to turn the screw, isn't it? A finished Pedro again. It's not bad either. Diver heads it back to Nixon. Gives them a second chance, third chance. Sharvin's not having it, is he? Let's bring Gore on. Oof. Soup. Pedro. Soup. Oh, it's too much. I just touched too hard. This is the thing, like people going like, people will be kicking off about that, going, oh, why is he overhit the ball there? Like, because he's like a 2-star player. That's why. You know, you need those sorts of issues to happen. Oh! You need moments like that as well. Absolute magic from Chris Wood. What a strike that is. Pick that one out. Unbelievable. 2-0 now. Evening, Yakeza. How are you? Oh, Pedro's just missed. I mean, this is a decent result, right? Soup tries to play it through. Wood. Go. DJ. Croskery. Oh, again, just over touches it. Oh, hang on. Halfpenny robbed. So the interesting thing as well, so I'm looking at these players now with the transfer window opening up soon, and I'm going, who do we replace? Who do we replace? Who's not good enough at this point? I think there's 1 or 2 players I've got my eye on, sort of thinking, yeah, if we can get someone into loan to cover you, then great. That'll be really handy. Oh, that's a decent ball. It needs to press that, doesn't it? Should really have pushed it. Halfpenny with the corner. Time's up pretty much. Time's up completely. Excellent result. Huge result, in fact, to be honest. Yeah, it's against 10 men. But hey, you only beat what's put in front of you, right? So that keeps us in 7th position, man. Look at, yeah, £116 for a win. Like what? There's no wonder we're not rolling in the money. Port Stewart are apparently interested in DJ Pedro. I mean, they're going to have to show me the money, which, well, they're not actually, because he's a non-contract player, so he could walk out at any point. Which is fair enough. It's part of the game, right? Shauna Foster, apparently a player we need to keep our eyes on for odds. We're about to find out. Right, I think it's top of the table. Then we've got Anna. Sorry, no, they're second now. Then we've got Anna, who are third. Okay, let's keep going. Let's have another. Go's unhappy. Look, Go, you're there or thereabouts, right? If you're starting to complain, now's the wrong time, okay? Because you're in the team at this point. You're in the team. So 21st of December, coming up to Christmas. Big performance from the boys. Poacher pressing forward, working good for me so far. Crab Dribble. Sorry, man, I'm just about to top my wall up there, but Crab Dribble, everybody. Big shout out for him. Do yourselves a favour, go and drop the man a follow. Awesome streamer. Love a bit of Crab Dribble. Yeah, I'm all good. All good, thanks, man. All good. Very, very nice indeed. Just like proper chill. Just, you know, getting ourselves up to Christmas on in Northern Ireland, which is going quite nicely. We're expected to be relegated. Currently sat mid-table, so we'll take that. So far this season, we've beaten the team who are currently top. We've drawn with the team who are currently second. We're about to face them again now. We lost the team of third. We've just lost and then beaten the team we're in fourth. So, yeah, like our wins have come against the top teams, which is really strange. So we're about to face odds now. So it could well be a playoff charge. It could well be. We're just slowly catching monkey, innit? Like, you know, just going under the radar. Everyone's like, oh, look at little Banbridge and that coming up and having a go. Like, oh, isn't it nice? You know, it's good. Like, when, you know, these little teams come in and play, and I'm like, I'm gonna beat you, motherfucker. That's what we're gonna do. Like, yeah, it's gonna be all right. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So we're there. We're doing what we do, and hopefully, yeah, you're right. We might end up sneaking in. So I know Evans is not 100%, but he's the better defender, and it's a big game, so we need our best players in. So let's see how we get on, shall we? So this is us then, standard 4-4-2, as we do. Go on, Pedro up top. Odds lost their last three. They got 4-3-3 essentially. 13 points between us and them, and then it's 14 between us and the and relegation. So we're actually closer to the title than our relegation. What a sentence to say! Not expecting that at all. But hey, it's the whole joy of this game, right? Expect the unexpected. It's a Tony Jameson masterclass. I mean, I don't know about that, Jam. Possibly. Masterclass, maybe not. that's maybe being a little bit ambitious, right? There's not been a relegation battle in just yet, so that's when the real Tony Jameson masterclass comes out. But hey, lads, right, we've got this. How's life in Holland treating you, crap? You still I was gonna say it's Utrecht. It's not Utrecht, right? Is it? It's let's not go ahead. Den Bosch. Is it Den Haag? Nice ball. DJ Pedro's through. Oof. It's a corner. I tell you, 7 minutes in, we've put ourselves in some positions here. Halfpenny. Croskery looks up, thinks about it. Oof. You know what? That would have been decent if the ball would have just looped over for the keeper at that point. That would have been quite nice. Nicely held by Hunter. Launches it. Pedro goes for it. Oh, all the way through. Pedro's looking like a handful today. The DJ looks like he fancies it. Halfpenny's already on the booking. It's a bit worrying. I have to bring him off already because can't risk him. Oh, can't actually risk him with a yellow. He goes with a midfield. McGavitt, possibly. McGavitt's probably the obvious shout at this point. Head over the top though. McGavitt's not quite a ball winner, but we can always drop Wood back and then McGavitt can play as a standard centre midfielder. Or we can put Kakar in there. Although I like to play him more as a number 10 than like a sort of as a 6 or an 8. Nicely blocked. That's right, just charge it down. Decent defending. This is what I've enjoyed about FM23. I've enjoyed defending. Getting players behind the ball, getting blocks, getting interceptions. You know, it's a some would say it's like a long forgotten art, but the art of defending, it's just build that solid foundation first and then occasionally consider going beyond the halfway line. Oof. Right, you know what? I think maybe we're gonna have to. Can't keep soaking up pressure. Gotta try and meet them halfway now. I'm worried about Halfpenny as well, actually. Oh, 2 seconds. Sorry, I thought there was someone outside. Anyone know when it's dropped on PS5? No idea, actually. No idea. They have delayed the launch. They've not said anything about whether it's an indefinite delay. I don't think it is, but yeah, nothing yet. Nothing yet, I'm afraid. So keep your eyes peeled, I suppose. Estrella, appreciate the follow. Very kind. Thank you for that. Rada, famous style of football, 4-3-3. The good old 4-3-3 tiki-taka. There's not good old 4-3-3 tiki-taka. The football that's been played for the last 5 years. good old 4-4-2 low block. That's good old football. Oh you know what I like the old football. You know, like Barcelona. That's what I like. It's good stuff, though, Rad. I'm only jealous. I've never got the players that could do it. Old man James on his perch again. No, yeah, yes. Did you see Dan? I don't know if Dan's still in the chat or not. But Dan posted the Neil Warnock challenge in the Discord. I was just like, yeah, big fan of that. Big fan. Right up my street. No, ball's cleared. We're still in this game, mind. 50 minutes in, Evans went for it. Nearly got there. There's Soup. McGavitt. Come on, stand him up. Let him throw a fee at you. Cleared away again. Evans is hanging, isn't he? 6.7. Knackered as well. Feels we should bring him off for Diver. Balls up and away. Croskery, go on, Croskery. Oof. Nearly. Croskery, Murphy. Dive in? No, don't dive in. Good. Henry Diver. Oh no. You can clip that if you want, because that is classic. Like, everyone complains about defending. You bring a substitute on, go, it'll be fine, the substitute will be great. Nope. Oh dear. Oh, absolute howler. We were doing so well up until that point. I thought we were doing fine. Never mind. Can't legislate for things like that. Where's Pedro, the DJ? Better finish there, mate. That's what you need. We have to move the wingers up, don't we? Minutes to go. Let's see if we can get that ball forward again. I mean, we're there or thereabouts. 16 shots. They've had 17. Oh, ball's the back post. Croskery. So close. Youngson. Soup. McGavitt off the other side of the bar. Oh. Underside of the bar. This is our game, right? This is our game. Come on. One last roll of the dice. Just one bit of luck. We just need the luck our side now. Not meant to be, sadly. Never mind. We did as well as we could. So close. So close. Yeah. Hey ho. It is what it is. It is what it is. I can't be upset. I can't be disappointed. Like we've done pretty well. Like these matches here, fine. They were third. They were second. Like everything else from where did we start tonight? We started from here, didn't we, Newry? So yeah, that's a reasonable set of performances, I think, to be honest. Certainly not worth complaining about. We're well and truly on our way to doing something. So, you know, I think we just keep pushing on. That's all we can do. All we can do. That's the plan moving forward. Push on, be better, keep improving. I think we will do a bit of a raid now. Let's go and find someone who's on doing something interesting. There is someone who is doing. Tell you what. Let's go here. Saving Scunthorpe. Saving Scunthorpe. That'll be it. Right. Go and give this dude some love, and yeah, tell him we sent you. Hi, Gibb Show. Welcome in. You've joined at the best time, mate, because we're just going now, so it's bedtime. But yeah, hope you're well, Gibb. We'll catch you all on Friday. As I say, check out the Football Manager Show. We might stream some of the Sheffield Wednesday save. We will see. But yeah, let's go and see some Scunthorpe stuff. Take it easy, everyone. We'll see you on Friday. All the best. Bye now.
James in FM, raiding with a party of 22. Welcome in, guys. Holy shit.